Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our loving Swami. My pranams to our respected elders, sisters and brothers, and my love to all the wonderful children of the Sai family. It's a privilege to welcome all of you to yet another divine edition of Saicast. I am indeed very happy to place before all of you today the divine message of Swami, which is titled The Mountain Climber and the Spiritual Climber. In this unique message, our loving Swami compares the life of a mountain climber with that of a spiritual climber. Swami says that the mountain climber climbs the Mount Everest and fulfills his lifelong dream. Similarly, the spiritual climber too reaches the base camp of the Mount Kailasa and fulfills his dream of surrendering his mind, body, and soul at the lotus feet of God. Swami mentions that while the mountain climber physically climbs the mountain, the spiritual climber simply surrenders to the will of God and circumambulates the holy Kailasa, thereby fulfilling his life's journey and offering himself to God. Swami further mentions that while one climbs the mountain of life to reach its summit, the other climbs the spiritual mountain of life to reach God within and thereby understand his own self. For both of them, it is the fulfillment of a long-cherished dream for which they have prayed to God since long, maybe many births. Finally, Swami wishes that all of you must try to achieve this great goal of becoming a spiritual climber, which is a deep inner urge of all spiritual aspirants. Let us now listen to the divine message as dictated by our loving Swami. Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. The mountain climber and the spiritual climber. For a mountain climber who has reached the base of the Mount Everest, his only wish is to climb the Everest and after reaching its summit to thank God for helping him fulfill his dream. The mountaineer would then hoist his country's flag and pick up something from the summit which will be his souvenir for life to be able to cherish his own accomplishment. After spending some more time there, he would take some pictures of this historic and memorable moment and then slowly start his descent very carefully and cautiously. His next goal would be to return safely to the base camp and from there reach home at the earliest. He should enjoy this moment with a feeling of pride and confidence at having accomplished something which most cannot even dream of. A spiritual climber story too is not very different. When God has brought the spiritual climber to the base camp of Mount Kailasa, he rejoices and savors the spiritual ecstasy and the blissfulness of the moment. He then prostrates with utmost sincerity and with a sense of deep surrender at the divine lotus feet of God. After all these reactions, he commences circumambulation of Kailasa after offering everything, that is, his mind, body, and soul at the lotus feet and experiences bliss divine. The spiritual climber would then soak in the moment and store it in his divine memory for the future so that the same can be shared as and when an occasion arises. The basic difference between the mountain climber and a spiritual climber is that while one has to physically climb the mountain, the spiritual climber merely surrenders to the will of Almighty God and circumambulates, thereby surrendering his life's journey at the lotus feet of God. Both of them enjoy their own moments of happiness and bliss to be remembered, enjoyed, and cherished for the remainder of their lives. This is one of the greatest achievements for a spiritual seeker who is in search of God, since he has achieved his dream after putting in Herculean efforts and intense sadhana. While one climbs the mountain of life to reach its summit and fulfill his aspirations, the other climbs the spiritual mountain of life to reach God within and thereby understand his own self. For the spiritual climber, this is the fulfillment of a long cherished dream and a vow given to God during several past births to be one with God and thereby become God oneself. Swami wishes that all his children must try and achieve this great goal of life of becoming a spiritual climber, which is the urge of every human soul walking the spiritual path. My blessings and love in plenty to all my children. Your loving Swami. Jai Sai Ram. We request you to kindly like, share and subscribe to our Saicast channel. Please also convey your views about the channel in the comments column so that we can act on them. Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. An important announcement for our esteemed viewers. The Chaitanyam Eye Care Institute at Kale village in Kolhapur is a free cashless miracle hospital of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, which will soon be inaugurated. For more details, please do watch the Saicast Special Edition Messages Part 1 and Part 2 released on 14 December 2025. We thank you for being a regular viewer of Saicast, and we look forward for your valued and esteemed participation in this divine project, which is aimed at rendering free eye care medical services to the poorest in our villages. Please do reach us on our email or on our WhatsApp number, which are mentioned here.